Hello and welcome to my channel. I am LittleGunBunny. This is my journey through guns and cosplay. Today is gonna be a cosplay video. I'm trying to do a lot more of these. Yay! If you don't know, you haven't seen my channel, where have you been? I love Uncrustables. Yeah. They are the perfect meal prep. I'm also autistic and they are my safe food. I have ARFID, it's a whole thing. Anyway, I thought it would be funny to cosplay an Uncrustable. And no, I'm not just going to be like wearing a giant Uncrustable suit. My thought process behind this cosplay was, what if an Uncrustable was a magical girl? And so I designed the cosplay around this. I have, give me a sec. I sketched out on my tablet a little bit of concept art. So you can see, this is the Uncrustable patterning here. All this ruffling is going to be a plastic vinyl type material that is like to make the wrapper of the Uncrustable, and it's kind of like fluted edges. And then you have, you know, the top layer, the bread, the peanut butter, and then the strawberry jam. And then you have the blue, which is kind of part of its logo. And so yes, I wanted to make an Uncrustable magical girl, and there'll be accessories and probably a wand or a staff or something of that type to go with my Uncrustable magical girl vibe. I am making this completely from scratch. The patterns I'm making up as I go. Hooray! It's not great, but yeah, I love cosplay videos and I wanted to make mine a little bit better, show you a little bit more, and also split them up a little bit more because I realized I spend months working on these things and then get one video out of it, and that's kind of silly. And also because you don't get to see as much of what I do because I have to cut a lot of it. And also, like, just for me, like, I'm disabled. If I can kind of show you more of the work I do and not waste my time for one video of months of work, that would be great. So I'm splitting it up. So this is the first part. This is all about patterning and drafting and cutting the bodice and getting it kind of ready to be sewn together, because that's an important part of this. This is a very tailored and fitted garment. Did I have to make it this way? No. Did I want to because I'm ridiculous? Yes. I'm challenging myself with this. It's lined, it's everything. One of my rules for every cosplay I have to make is they have to be able to withstand basically a brutality competition. If you don't know what that is, it is a two-gun shooting match that involves a lot of action stuff. So basically imagine it has to survive me going through an action movie, which limits my techniques, it limits my materials, and it limits a lot of things, which is for me an artistic challenge I gave myself. And also because I like to plan to run these things at these competitions. So I hope you look forward to this ridiculous Uncrustable cosplay, I'm trying to think of like a portmanteau of Uncrustable and cosplay. If you have one, leave it in the comments. Also, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, because this is my job. Yes, I make ridiculous videos as a job. It's great. And my health is shitty. So I am sorry if this is not coming out as fast as I wanted to. I started this exactly a year ago today. Yeah, that's fun. I have like 7 other projects in progress too. I hope you guys like them. Make sure to also follow me on my Instagram. I will post the final pictures both places. But yeah, keep in progress with this Uncrustable thing. If you're here for the cosplays and not the guns, then this is your video. I will be showing the things over the course of videos. I'm trying to make them like shorter, but then like more detailed for each video and going into each step more, so that we can really get into the crafting and sewing and design parts, because I think that's what's really interesting. I put a lot of thought and effort into these, and I think that the way that I was doing cosplay videos before was not really showing that. So I hope you like it, and yeah, I will try to continue to make my videos better for you. I have so many fucking ideas. You guys have no clue. I'm so excited. I have like millions of ideas for all of this stuff and all I want to do, and I'm getting more help. And yeah, things are going upwards. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Just remember that my health is kind of crap. I'm disabled. And so please be, you know, a little bit patient and gentle with me. I'm trying, which you guys usually are. This is amazing, which is why I care about, you know, I love this so much. You know, my Patreon has probably seen a little bit of this already because I've posted it. I don't know when I'm filming this and when the Patreon has come up. But yeah, if you like ridiculous cosplay ideas, here's my Uncrustable Magical Girl Part 1. Hi, did you know that I have a Patreon? That's right, I have a Patreon, and right now you can get 1 membership for the price of 1. You heard me, 1 membership for the price of 1. It's a great deal. It'll never go away because that's the only deal I do. Go check out my Patreon. You can get exclusive content and updates and more shit about me and my awkward weirdness. I don't really know what I'm doing, but even though I am past the threshold to make money from YouTube ad revenue, I've decided to say fuck that. So I'm not monetized through YouTube. And I don't take sponsorships. I forgot what I was gonna say. Check out my Patreon to support me. The link is in the description below. If you don't want to support my Patreon, that's totally fine, even though there's all these amazing people who do. You can check out my social medias, or you can donate, or you can support me by sending something to my business. I do not have a PO box anymore, but you can send it to my business, and I'll get it when I'm there. And then the address is also in the description below, or you can check out my Amazon wishlist if you want to grab something there to help support me as well. Bye! So I cut out generally the pattern pieces I think I will want for the bodice, and then I have in like a fusible interfacing, and I fused them to my fabric because it's really thin. It's really thin and it's hard to cut out, and I left a lot of seam allowance because I want to try doing French seams on this cosplay. I've never really done French seams before, and I think it will look really pretty on this, and also will hopefully save me some thread. So my next task is to cut out all of these pieces with a good amount of seam allowance. So it's basically 2 of each except for the middle piece for every part of the bodice. So let's do that. I'm gonna time lapse it. I've almost gotten all of the panels basted down. I'm working on the third to last one, and then I have to do the cups. I have some sketches and just some concepts so that I don't forget what my plan is, because I am trying to do this one like really well. It's been a while since I've done a more structural sewing project, and I created the pattern for this, which I have never done an entire project where I have created the entire pattern like. Okay, no, I have, but not for something this complicated and this structural, and I really, really want it to turn out nice. That's all the basting and being neat and nice and stuff, so. I'm a bit nervous about the sleeves, not gonna lie. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm taking each piece, and then they're interfacing that I cut out, and then lining, and then I'm basically ironing them. I've labeled them, so cup, top, and then this is the top left. It may not make sense to you, it makes sense to me. I'm ironing them, and then I'm taking just some random thread, and I am sewing along where they are going to be stitched, like this. So, for 2 reasons. One, so that the pieces stay together when I'm sewing them together, so it's easier to sew. And so they stay together when I'm fitting them all, because I don't plan on doing like a bag interfacing. I plan on doing like a French seam, and so I actually need them to act like one piece of fabric, and 2, so that when I'm sewing, I know exactly where the pattern lines are. Yeah, and also because this fabric, this thing, the red and white fabric is really, really fucking thin and really hard to work with, so having it like attached to another piece of fabric makes it a lot easier. And so I've done that with all of the bodice pieces, except for the cups. Now I'm doing the last of the cups. So everyone gives me shit because I film on my selfie camera, and I have an iPhone. It's the newest one, it's like a 13 or whatever, but I've got a pretty nice camera, and I still film on the selfie camera so that I can see myself, and I know if I'm in frame or not. Yes, I know there are things that exist, but yeah, I'm a bit silly. So I'm just doing big old basting stitches. I'm like 13 thread. That's fine because I'm almost at the end, so I'm just gonna tie on the new one. Hi, Kitty. There's Kitty. I love this. What my studio. It's not really novice because if I call it novice, it feels like, I don't know, more. That's not official. It is. This is where I work, right? Like, I'm doing my job right now. I'm doing work, but which is amazing. Like, holy shit. I get to do an Uncrustable dress for work. Like, I love it. This is my dream. It's like I'm living my dream, right? I get to do goofy things on camera for y'all, and get paid for it, which is fucking amazing. But it's a studio because I'm an artist, and that's, you know, I honestly, if my job didn't pay for it, like didn't require me to have a studio, I probably would end up like turning my bedroom into it, because I need art to not lose my mind. Like I do a lot of art that I don't show you guys because it's not really necessarily part of the channel. But I will say my entire life I have just kind of turned my living space into a studio because I didn't have one. So it is nice to have one finally. So yeah, just some ramblings while I sew my kip. I am 2 out of 4 done, and I'm doing big basting stitches because again, I don't really care that these stay together much more than just, you know, holding the fabric together till it's sewn. And I may end up taking some of them out to do the cincher if it's just to hold it together. For now, also these, I don't think I'm using them I'm using for snipping little threads and just getting in there where the my smalling sewing shears just don't work. I need to sharpen my fabric scissors though, because I used them like a lot, and I bought them 2 years ago. I haven't used them on anything but fabric, but like they're not the most expensive fabric scissors. I did admit, like, so either get new ones and retire them to like non-fabric, you know. Though it feels kind of like, I don't know. It's not the fate I want for my fabric shears. I feel like they should just I should give them like a Viking funeral. Like retiring into like paper and shit just feels kind of rude, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to sewing, and I will update you guys again once I have all of the pieces pasted down, and I'm gonna lay them all out so you can see what the whole like vision looks like. I don't have the pattern that I made anymore because I started this project like months ago, like before winter, and it's currently spring. So I just picked it back up again because I kind of went through like a sewing or a cosplay making kind of like walk, and so. When I guess I cleaned up my studio, or I just never, you know, whatever, I don't have the pattern, so I'm glad I labeled each piece so I actually know where it sits. And it's pretty intuitive, but you know, who the fuck knows? All right, it is helping by getting fur all over and messing up my neatly ironed bodice pieces. Right, so this is all of it laid out. Ignore the different colors of the backing panels, it just because I was using scrap fabric that all kind of felt the same texture. But as you can see, it starts from the center panel and then it's symmetrical from there out. And then these are the boot cups that are made out of 2 pieces. And then I have some padding for them over here. If I don't feel like wearing a bra and I want to make it like padded, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use those yet. I'm just playing with this tube that I brought into my studio. You eating it? Crazy cat. Where's your sister who didn't? You can go play with her. Anyway, so next, my plan is to pin it all together and test fit it and see if any adjustments are need to be made. And if so, I'm gonna make adjustments. And then if not, I'm gonna baste it all together and start sewing it. So voila. So I'm basically just taking each piece and using the string, the marks that I've made to line them up so that they are lining up at the correct seams. It's so nice. And all of the pieces are staying together and I can feel it and it's not gonna rub off like chalk marks. It is a little bit more time intensive, but it is worth it for making a more structural tailored garment like this that I'm doing. Like I, you know, want it to be really, really nice. I do think I pinned it on a little bit low because I was trying to film. So I'm gonna pin it on and get back to focusing. Okay, sorry, my camera's a little crooked, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. But I have it pinned together, and so technically it's gonna fasten in the back. But yes, this is literally one top piece, and it's this many panels. I haven't added the boobs yet. But if you want something really nice and fitted, this is what you gotta do. It's gonna fasten in the back, but I have it pinned so I can close in the front so I can get the measure correctly, and then I have to remember that when adding the back parts. So I'm gonna try it on inside out so that I can make markings on this and not mark up the fabric. So let me just figure out where the front is. Okay, so this is the front piece. So this is why I did it like this, so that I'm not like holding it together in the back, which I have found in the past can get me a kind of a weirder fit that I don't love. So that's this ridiculousness. And yes, I am kind of wearing like bulky clothing for this. Do I care? No. So as you can see, just holding it closed does not really get the same fit as like pinning it to my on close, like as if it's sewn. I could totally just sew myself in this, but that would be a pain. I know I look ridiculous right now. But what this is showing me is that when I was measuring the pattern, I patterned it correctly and it does fit. It's probably gonna be a little big because of the bulky stuff underneath, but that's good because of what I said about it fastening in the back. I'm gonna use basically a line of like hook and eyes to close at the back, so it will need to overlap a little bit more than it currently does in the back. So I could basically, and the back is the straightest part, so that when I'm sewing it next, I have all the panels sewn together, I can keep that in mind. And you know, the extra little bit of bulk will help with the extra seam allowance so that they can overlap. Am I basically just being lazy and don't want to figure out how that's going to work now? Yes. Do I have extra fabric in case I need to add some? Yes. Can I always cut down more? Yes. Do I just realize that the way that I'm going to sew this, I need to take out all of the pins I just placed? Yes, I did. Yeah, Houdini? My cat has a pin. Basically, instead of sewing it like this and just having the interlining and then like doing a zigzag stitch, I'm gonna try something new because I hate myself apparently. That I have in theory will save me time and fabric, and thread, and because zigzagging takes a lot of extra thread, like a lot, because it's a lot more thread and it takes time and it also just doesn't look good. It's also not as secure as what my plan is, which is a French seam. Oh yeah, by the way, this is what it's gonna look like. I just have to be careful because I don't want to stab myself with pins. But like, yeah. Which is, instead of sewing them right sides to right sides, I'm going to sew them wrong sides to wrong sides. And then I am going to do a little roll like that. And then I sew another line down there. So it's gonna test my top stitching, which is another reason why I did all the basting, because that's a little bit more complicated and I need all of these like really neatly together. But hopefully that will look nice and more professional than some zigzagging, and be stronger and add a little bit more structure to the garment itself, because I'm not gonna bone the garment and I don't plan on wearing a person underneath. I can, but that will add like a lot more structure, especially because it's such a pieced bodice of like a million pieces. It's not just like a front and a back, it's like a big old, you know, a lot of pieces to create the shape. Did I bother to line up the pattern? No. But that means that I, one, can add the lace on the front of the bodice afterwards, but two, I have to take this whole part and repin it, and I'm not gonna find that because that's boring.